we're live.
All right, guys, welcome into another Game Talks episode. This is the weekly show that we do. Got wonderful gentlemen here, and we are listening to XP38, Peace of Mind. It's got a great riff to it, and I am actually enjoying the song. I like the guitar riff in this. Whatever he's doing, it's amazing. So this is our boy XP here. Go out and check him out on Bandcamp and everything, and we got a full house tonight. So, introduce yourself, boys.
Y'all know me. I'm gangster.
We also got somebody called Lone Wolf here. He's just quiet, he's kind of shy. He was, abducted by a ice cream truck when he was little.
Fresh meat. I'm just kidding.
What's up, guys?
So the screen that's being captured is only a green screen. There's no image there.
There's no image?
Nope. It's
No
just
image.
green.
It shows on my end. It's working fine.
No, it's not. It's the same bullshit I had to go through with when I was using OBS. So
How do you
I
fix
don't
that? How do you fix that?
I ended up having to refresh OBS, like relaunch it. I don't know why it's doing it to you.
Let's see here.
Go into the settings and see if you could get disable capture, then re-enable it and see if that fixes it.
Okay. All right. How about now? No, it's still green. What the hell? Wow. Okay. That's weird. Do I need to restart myself?
You might want to give it a try. You guys, we'll be right back.
Let me see. How about if I switch scenes? Wow, that's the first time. Here, let's go with it. There we go.
There we go.
There we go. All right. Sorry
What'd
about
you
that,
have to
guys.
do?
I just had to restart the stream. Hey, first time for everything, when streaming. That's the first time I've seen a green screen. Hooray.
Yeah, it's all good. It's better than my internet dropping every 5 seconds, It is, yeah.
And
good.
it could have been the bit rate I was using, 4,500. I dropped it down, so we should be good. All right, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Introduce yourselves.
Hey, Lone, when you talk about who you are, you want to talk a little bit louder?
Yeah, he's gonna have to turn himself up sky high.
I have to turn him up just to even make out what he's trying to say sometimes. Lone, are you with us?
Okay, is this any better?
Yes, it is.
Hey! Oh my God!
Hey.
Fresh
He's
meat.
got a voice. He's
Fresh
got a
meat.
voice.
I'm kidding.
Oh my gosh.
He's alive.
He's alive. He's not dead. All right, guys. Well, we're going out of order. So this week's episode, we were trying to feature XP. Make sure to go check him out, guys. XP38. 38, right? Am I saying it right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, make sure to go check him out on Bandcamp. Everything, guys. He's an amazing artist, an upcoming artist, working hard. And show him some love. Anything that counts, Check him out on Twitter, Facebook, Bandcamp, YouTube, Facebook, all of it. Check him out. He does amazing work for the community, all of our communities, and go ahead and check him out. Amazing artist, and he's got that beautiful guitar riff that I like. So
Right. Yeah.
go check them out.
So on today's topics, you guys, we're gonna be talking about Twitch for Mixer, Take Two or Bullies, and Lisa might retire soon from AMD.
And that's
You know-
also, she's going to supposedly not retiring. She's just parting ways with AMD to go to IBM. Ouch.
Ew.
Traitor.
You know,
I hope
but
not.
but you know what? IBM wants to come out and make their own consumer chips, though.
Well, we'll see what happens. So let's talk about Twitch for Mixer. So we've noticed talent going into Mixer lately. I'm happy about it. I'm happy that Twitch is finally getting it's just desserts. It's long overdue. Long overdue.
Right.
This shit should have happened 4 years ago.
Right.
Damn, Brem. Tell us how you really feel.
Twitch is not the same Twitch that we grew up with, man.
It's not Justin TV anymore.
You're not
No.
wrong.
It's
It was
not-
so much better.
Well, it stopped becoming Twitch like about a couple of weeks ago when they started, messing with their encoders and transcoding and all the freaking issues. It's not just one person I talk to, it's loads of people. Like Brim gets cut off of streams, dude. Like he'll like stream for 30 minutes with me, and then the next minute he's like, "Oh my god, my stream went down." On Mixer, he doesn't have any of those issues. He could stream for hours at a time. We play tons of games, and it's like there's no effort. It just works. FTL,
And my
no problem.
quality is 10 times better at 720p, 60 frames a second, using all hardware encoding, versus going to Twitch, doing the same exact settings, and watching all of a sudden the big fog of war being posted all over my fucking videos. It's stupid. It is.
This is not sponsored by McDonald's, by the way. I have a giant cup of coffee right here. It's good.
It's upsetting because Twitch has taken everybody like Rev here they're like dual PC streamers and just shit on their investments. Just fucking boom shit all over.
Me.
it.
I'm a quality snob, and I can admit that. It really irritates me when you put a high-end Ryzen chip in your PC and a high-end kind of decent graphics card for encoding, and you go to do Twitch, and it's just like everything that you put into it, and you drop thousands of frames in a matter of like
dude.
an hour.
Even just a while ago when I had my 1700X and I was streaming with my Vega 64 on Overwatch, fucking garbage. The not the resolution itself, but just like all the artifacting and fuzziness. It's like, bro, if I record, like I don't get that. It was only on fucking Twitch.
Bruh, so like towards the beginning when we got our Vega 56s, the shit looked amazing. All right, you can ask Rev. When I was streaming with my 56 on Twitch, it was crystal clear.
Yeah.
It ran good. I was able to stream Battlefield 5 on high settings at 60 FPS, dude. Like, it was a really, really good experience. And then shortly after, boop, fucking Twitch turned on the quality and went, yeah, fuck you guys. Boom.
Well, here's the issue though. Everybody keeps telling me, "Oh, you moved because of Ninja." No, that wasn't the case. I was on Beam. I was there when they made the transition to Mixer. The reason I left Mixer originally, it just a lot of times stops becoming fun. And this time around, being on Mixer's platform, it's really fun. I have found more fun than I've ever had in a while than I did on Twitch. And I'm gonna say this, I wish I never took affiliate. I'm saying this now. I wish I never did. It was kind of like it stopped becoming fun the minute I took affiliate. That's me admitting something, for the first time in a while. It stopped becoming streaming when you're taking money from a platform. It just stops becoming fun. It becomes like a business than having fun.
Right.
I've
A very inconsistent, very unstable business.
right, and also too, they're taking away features from people. Me and you had this talk last night, early in the morning hours. We were both saying like, the affiliate program could be going away if they're not paying partners on Twitch. Then here's what's going to happen. They're going to lawsuit, and then Twitch is going to take features away because, they got to pay out everybody that they've missed payments on.
look at all the other sites though. I mean, and I'm sure Pete, maybe even you, Lone. I'm not sure if you follow a lot of these other sites or not, but you look at so much of the wrong that Twitch does, and you see sites like Caffeine come out of nowhere, blowing up on Facebook like it's the next coming of Christ. You see DLive coming out of nowhere, and then PewDiePie and Markiplier over there, and boom, it's blowing up, and it's becoming the second coming of Christ. Steam Stream is becoming a pretty big platform now. Like, so many people are so sick and tired of Twitch. Now, mind you, I don't really care for Caffeine. I thought it was a good idea.
Now you got Discord coming out with their own.
Oh yeah, service. Discord's launching their own service. You were just telling us right before we started, Twitch is launching their own streaming app. I think they're copying Caffeine, honestly, because Caffeine kind of has been doing this since they came out. Same with Africa.tv. Those two platforms pretty much mirrored the app. You look at the Twitch app, there's no fucking difference. In fact, I would say that's a reskinned Africa.tv or FF Split application.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I don't know, Lone. You've been kind of on the same boat. You've been having issues with Twitch. Ever since I met you, you've been having problems.
Yeah. My streams are nearly inconsistent, whether or not I change bitrate or even my internet will drop out, like Brim.
Right. And I've been there when you've had like loss of packets, loss of shit. It's like really disgusting, to be honest.
It sucks, dude, because why do we have this high-end hardware?
Right.
If we can't utilize it properly for what we build these PCs for. What's the point of going out and buying the next Intel chip or the Ryzen chip from AMD with the promises of multitasking on multiple cores if Twitch itself is going to be looking for any reason to bottleneck you? And that's what they do. They've had the same issue. Now, Rev, you remember this back in the day when we used to team stream on Twitch, where they black out your stream for like almost 2 hours, and you don't know this because they don't tell you. Your viewers come in and they say, oh, by the way, your stream is black. I'm like, what? I had 30 viewers tell me when I was in the middle of a Tekken match, back when Tekken 5 launched. Oh, by the way, Brem, your stream isn't showing on Twitch. I'm like, wait, what?
Well, that's recently happening with me. I was telling you this, like, you couldn't even pull up my stream at one point. It was just like darker than ever.
Well, it was dark, but it said you were offline. It didn't say you were online. It said you were offline.
Right. And two, when I go to watch other people, this is another reason why I moved over to Mixer, because you're trying to support people, right? You're trying to support the hell out of them. How can you support somebody when you can't even view their shit?
Right.
How is that at all possible? And people bat an eye to it. You know, another thing I don't understand with these hold these streaming platforms accountable. Like, I don't understand. Twitch, everybody, like, I've heard from, oh, I don't have these problems, it's perfectly fine. Well, that's fine, but everybody else is having the problem. It's not just me. I know there's loads of people having problems with Twitch. And what it's caused is people are going, I'm going to go look at these other platforms now. You know, affiliate's not what it's worth.
It's true. It's not. It's not where it used to be, and that's what sucks. Is like, when you got affiliate, it used to feel like an accomplishment. It was like something you could tell your friends about. Like, oh yeah, I'm a Twitch affiliate. They're like, what's that? Like, I'm like almost partner. Like, it's a step below partner. Like, I'm almost right there. You know what I mean? Like, that used to be a good feeling. And now when you say it, it almost feels dirty, dude. Like, it almost feels like people are going to judge you.
Well, with affiliate, it seems to me...
Bro, you hear about Brimstone? He took affiliate. No!
Well, it seems to me when you do the affiliate thing, it looks like you're selling yourself to the devil. I'm just going to say that, you know, because you lose a lot of things. For instance, you can't multi-stream no more. You can't do this no more. You are held to a higher standard. And they tell you get better transcoders, you get better this. I really haven't seen it. Another thing with Twitch that really kind of got me to go over to Mixer was really squad streaming. Where in the hell is squad streaming as promised?
You know what's crazy about that is we were promised that on 2 different APIs. It never happened. We were promised that through Twitch's own dedicated API through Nightbot.
Right.
Never happened. Like, why are you promising shit you cannot deliver on? You have Mike Bezos, or whatever, I think that's his first name.
Jeff Bezos.
Is it Jeff Bezos, Mike Bezos, whatever the fuck his name is. That dude is literally one of the richest people in the world. And he's been throwing money their way. How the fuck can they not make this shit work?
Right. You know, another thing
Good question, Brem.
Go for it.
Oh, just saying. Good question. I wonder the same thing.
Right, dude? Like,
Step up your shit, Twitch.
Exactly, dude. Like, how do they not have better encoders by now? They've been running off the same bullshit since back when Total Biscuit and Cloud 9 or Day 9 was shoutcasting StarCraft 2 and StarCraft 1 matches just before Justin TV was no longer.
Well,
like,
you
how the fuck?
You want to hear a fact on that? Okay, so here's a fact for you. So it goes, here's a stat for you for streaming platforms, and I think it was Streamlabs or Stream Elements put this out here. It goes Twitch at 78% audience who's viewing. Then it goes YouTube. Then it goes Facebook, go figure. Then it goes Mixer and everything else. All right, well, they call it other platforms, which I think they need to do more research so we could see really where the pie stands.
Yeah, I would like to see those numbers. I want to see where DLive is at now with 2 of the biggest YouTubers supporting that platform.
Yeah, right.
I want to see where Mixer's at, because Twitch, like, they dropped the ball with Ninja. I'm sorry. They like, Ninja,
him, technically.
Dude, Ninja handed them money, like millions of dollars.
Hand over fist, bro.
And they fucked him.
How many viewers was he getting?
Dude.
He was cropping like millions.
Yeah.
Dude, he was like the one morning I was watching him. He was playing Fortnite, and Mr. Beast was in there donating and making these challenges for him. I got to watch that live. That was funny. Dude, that was one of the biggest streams on Twitch.
Right.
What the actual fuck? You're going to tell me that it's more important to bang thoughts at TwitchCon than it is to sustain yourselves to the financial gains of your partners? What?
Hey, you know another thing. Let's bring this up here. It's been a big talking point too. You got big Twitch individuals using N-words and using it not in a good way. And you expect people to stay on your platform when you got your people that you look up to doing that kind of stuff. You're just going to be like, F the platform. If that's what is that what you're allowing? And another thing is, they don't allow drinking on stream. All these rules, right?
Or twerking.
But they're allowing marijuana on their platform and allowing it comfortably. How does that at all make sense? It just doesn't. You shame everybody that drinks.
One of the white knights on Twitch suffers from, I don't know, drunken abuse, but yet never had any drug abuse problems, I guess. I don't know.
It's really
maybe
weird.
It's really
weird.
Maybe the father and the mother got so drunk, beat his ass, and now he thinks drinking is terrible, but it's okay to do drugs.
But here's the thing. If you're going to start out streaming, all real talk here, if you're going to start out streaming, my opinion is you should either do Mixer or Facebook. The 2, or DLive. I would say those 3 in the long. Start somewhere where it's small and build your audience that way. You have chances. Agree. You have chances on, well, even with Discord coming out with their own stuff, you're going to have opportunities.
I think that's going to be interesting, honestly. I think that's going to be really interesting.
I think with Discord got so many people in a Discord, you got so many viewers right then and there. And that's not even including your friends list on Discord.
And you know what? Even with all this shit that Discord has done, like, I'm still not mad enough at them to leave the platform 100%. Like, I enjoy Discord, and it's so much easier to deal with right now. And that's another thing we were talking about last night, dude.
Here's my question: is it going to be a website or is it going to be baked into Discord? That's going to be the question.
Probably both.
Or it'll be both.
Yeah, probably both. Yeah.
And if it's going to be both, that's going to be very, very interesting with games being offered by them now. And imagine they go take a shot at Twitch with offering they offer a cheaper service for getting free games and stuff. Imagine that per month. I mean, I get they have the Nitro and all that, but imagine they could bind it all into one thing for one flat cheap fee. Would be interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the only thing Mixer is missing, and this would totally kick the teeth into Twitch's ass, would be in the face. I mean, affiliate program. And
no, you had it right the first time. You had it right the first time. You're fine.
Well, an affiliate program of some sort. If they did that and they signed bigger people, Twitch is in a world of hurt.
I think honestly, like, the way Mixer's doing it right now.
They're doing it slowly though.
They hook when you become a partner with Mixer, dude, you get hooked up with some pretty cool swag. They give you your sweatshirt hoodie that says Mixer on it, your hat, and like the keychains and shit. Like you get a cool little package deal,
Right.
And what does Twitch give you? Just more hoops to fucking jump through to earn your money, dude. And when you finally reach that pinnacle moment of finally getting fucking paid, guess what? You're not gonna get paid on time. Good job, Twitch.
Well, the thing is, I say this now, they're gonna get sued out of their ass. If people are not getting paid properly, they're gonna get sued. Now, speaking of somebody that's gonna watch this probably back, Facebook, I will say, is pretty good too. I was getting a good chunk of views on Facebook as well. And if you're starting new, Facebook is a good opportunity too.
Facebook is hella good. Like, I mean, it's good with it if you want to become a new streamer and you want a fast audience, like just, boom. What better place to pick from than like the majority of the world's population? Anybody can watch you. You can live way the fuck out in the boonies somewhere in Australia and watch your friend from America. Like,
right.
All over the place. I was watching streams, dude, from Russia. Like, way out in the middle of nowhere, sticks and shit. And that was interesting, dude. Like, it was and it's actually pretty good quality. It's not bad. Especially if you're on your phone. Like, when it comes to streaming and like the mobile market, I think Facebook has that shit on lock. Because
I wouldn't recommend watching it on a desktop though.
No, that's what I said. That's why I said on the phone. That's why I said on the phone. Because when I was watching your stream, that shit was crystal clear.
Yeah.
There was no fog of war bullshit going on. It was crisp. It was fucking nice. It was fluid. There was no artifacting, no motion blur. It looked great.
And I want to make
desktop, on the other hand, that's a little.
I want to make this perfectly clear. Like, literally, I'm not. If you're already starting out on Twitch and you like Twitch, keep with it. I'm not telling you, oh my God, leave the platform because it's this, that, and the third. If you're having a good time on Twitch, stick with it. We're not saying this is our reasonings. Here's why. Kind of like what we said last week when it came to Epic Games a little bit. We're just purely our opinion and we're just saying what we feel. So don't jump at us if you like Twitch and you're all about Twitch and that's what you like to do. More power to you.
I mean, to each his own, right? Like, I get it. Twitch is not for everybody, and it's an okay platform to start on.
Right.
But no, seriously, fuck Twitch. You should never stream on that fucking platform. You should go anywhere else but Twitch.
Oh man.
I'm not saying don't stream on Twitch, but don't you dare stream on Twitch.
Don't worry about, Rev's right. You should stream on your platform that you want to choose from as long as it's not fucking Twitch. There you go. I'm a fan of any platform that's not Twitch.
Well, I was trying to be, nice, bro, and you just had to put gasoline on a fucking fire. I see how this is.
Go to fucking Hitbox if you have to stream somewhere.
Smashcast? How about Stream Me? Okay, Stream Me.
Stream Me? You know what? Fuck it. Let's go. Let's amp it down to the lower tiers. Let's go to Ustream.
Oh, dude. Back in the day, Ustream was the shit. Not so much anymore. Daily Motion. There's Daily Motion, and actually Daily Motion is really chill on their streaming platform for gaming.
Bro, that's because nobody watches Daily Motion, but yet Still better than Twitch.
Well, the pie chart's out there. A lot of people are moving over to YouTube, and it's interesting. YouTube and Facebook, a lot of people are moving over to it. It's interesting how that pie chart, like, it was shocking to me how Mixer's not really getting the love that it deserves, and everybody's going over to YouTube. Which, if you don't like Twitch, right? YouTube is 10 times worse.
You know what though? Like,
with
here's the thing.
copyrights and whatnot.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, dude. I am a little salty towards Twitch. I'm very salty.
I know you are.
Twitch. Like I said, that was my first streaming platform that I ever got onto, was Justin TV, and there was just so many good memories. I gained a huge following there, and after money got involved, it really turned to shit. But slowly, it was still manageable in 2014.
It kind of did when Amazon bought it.
2014, it was manageable.
Right.
After that is when everything started going fucking downhill in the last 5 years. It's a fucking shame, dude. The reason why I'm so salty towards Twitch is because I had such love for it at one point. You know what I mean? Like,
I know you have.
At one point, I showed so much fucking love to Twitch. I used to like fucking have conversations with them, like you, me, and Shane did.
Yeah.
Over Twitter. We used to talk to these people on fucking Twitter. They seemed like they were pretty cool dudes.
Right.
And then out of nowhere, they become fucking white knights because they're getting free booty at TwitchCon now. Like, what?
Are getting sponsors and whatnot, and getting free advantages over anything to stick on the platform, which leaves a bad taste in people's mouths. You know what I mean?
But you know what? I would understand that if it was just a sponsor thing. You know what I mean? They're trying to make money. I get that. They need to make money to pay streamers. But it's not like they're not taking a good chunk out of, say, Ninja's paycheck, or Dr. Disrespect, or Shroud, or DM Brandon. Like, they make tons of money. They're taking their share. So, right. I don't know. I don't
know. What do you guys think, Gangster and Lone? What do you guys think of what's going on with streaming platforms today and whatnot?
I think it's a better opportunity for everyone.
I agree with that. How about yourself, Gangster? I know you have a Twitch account. What's your feelings about streaming?
I just haven't used it in a long time because of nonsense.
So if you were going to stream today, where would you go?
I'd love to do D Live, but they just don't have the people, I don't think. But probably Mixer.
A lot of people have told me that. Like, the same answer you've given. Like, D Live is like that website because it doesn't take up very much bandwidth because they only go up to 480p. And
it's the modern hitbox.
You know what? You're not wrong with that. And then I've also heard this one today, Caffeine, just because you can click and go. And you can just start streaming, and it pretty much goes to your Twitter or Periscope, and it just starts streaming that way.
To be fair to Caffeine, I was like number 400 in the beta on that, and what they have for their API and their client-based stuff, it's really interesting stuff. Like, their FTL is literally 1-to-1.
Yeah.
So you can react to everybody's like chat because it's gonna come at you in real time, not 3 seconds later. And you can set the delay if you want one, which I thought was really nice. And you don't need OBS for it, which is also really nice if you don't want OBS.
And you just want to stream footage, that's it?
Yeah, and especially if you just want Caffeine, you could hook your console up and it detects it as an HDMI input.
That's what's up.
Fuck yeah, dude! Like, if you wanna start somewhere where it's simple and it's all in one done deal, Caffeine is probably where it's gonna be at for you.
And then also too, so what was it? What was I gonna say? A friend of ours today. Here's an argument. I want to talk about this. Are webcams necessary in streams? Literally. What do you go for footage or do you go for overlays and shit when it comes to watching streamers?
Honestly, to me, it's based on the person's personality without the camera, and it's based on how they present themselves in the camera.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
I got you. Yourself, Lone?
I don't think it's really necessary.
How about yourself, Gangster?
I agree with Ram. I agree. It depends on a ton of shit. Like I said, are you a Twitch thought? Because if you are, then yeah, it's really important. But if you're a regular streamer, then I don't think most people care. Unless they really want to see your face. But
I put my official stamp on this comment. 100%.
I think I do. Yeah, I agree with that. More boobies in our face, the better.
Yes, exactly.
So if you're on Mixer, so if you're starting out streaming, take advantage of the hype zones. The hype zones are virtually, and I think I was reading Mixer's bringing it back, the Rising Star stuff too. So they are bringing slow features back that Beam had. And the hype zones are great because they feature the smaller streamer.
So the thing about the listing and how they do it now versus where it was. So what they had before was like, okay, so you had like 5 people, say, watching you at all times. They would put you right underneath the top streamer. They have a top streamer category, like a line, like how YouTube has it here. When you go through all your recommended stuff in your categories, they had the top streamer, then they had the up and coming. If you could break over 5 consecutive viewers in that night, they would keep you there all night until you logged out. And then, if you wanted to, you can restream a capture from your account without even being logged into your computer. You could just go off, do something else.
That was the cool part, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, these hype zones, what are cool about them is if you're playing the games, like, for instance, Gears of War 5 when it comes out, right? Gears 5. If me and Brimstone are playing it and they like what they see, they'll feature us. Those are what the hype zones are for, and that's what I like Mixer for. They're kind of bringing back the Rising Stars in a way, and they also are talking about bringing the Rising Star actual, like, tab like they used to have. They're talking about bringing it back to feature smaller streamers because Mixer did admit that they do have a smaller platform, over others, and they want to start showing some love. And what? I'm cool with that.
They have it set up now to where all the streamers are on one page. So you just scroll down. That's all you got to do. Scroll down. If you want to support the little guy, just scroll down from the top guy, and you will find them. There's tons of them. In fact, that's where you'll see me usually hanging out is at the lower guys, because I want to support my community as much as I can, because I think the more you can give into a community, the more they'll give back. So it's a mutual respect thing, and you get to network with people. So that's good.
I also told people today, if you're starting out on Mixer, play games that are not popular. I'll tell you why that is. Like Fire Pro Wrestling or an indie title. I'll tell you why. Because you'll be the only game in town.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's well worth it. That's what I've been told about Facebook. D Live, same thing. Go play at a certain time a game where no partners are streaming. Or any top streamer, you will literally get people that are looking for shit, and they'll watch you, and you'll get a follow and all that good stuff.
That's how I became the top streamer for Stardew Valley on both Mixer and Twitch, dude. They put me in the #1 category, and I was on the front page for Stardew Valley, dude. I loved it, dude. It was great. I had over 100 people watching me at one point. I was like, holy fuck, where did this influx come from? Of course, they've long been gone since, but still, like, you're right. There is a method to that, and it's very, very possible to do that. So,
because I was telling a friend of mine that's moving over to Mixer as well, Fatal, a friend of ours, of mine. Everybody knows him because he pops around streams when we were on Twitch, and I was telling him the same thing today. I was like, hey, be the only game in town. It works. Because people are going to come, what are they going to go to, a Twitch with saturated people and don't know what to pick? Or are they going to come to the smaller platform and they're just going to pick out the person that's doing it? Which is smart.
Yeah. That's why I'm looking into streaming the UFC.
Yeah, man.
I actually, while you were gone, I was playing that for a little bit, and it's actually a pretty fun game.
Yes, it is.
It's actually pretty fun. Like, I wasn't expecting to like it because, like, I heard that, like, the movement was kind of wonky. But the fucking impacts and, like, the grappling and shit is really good. Like, it's actually pretty damn good. So
also, Titanfall 2 is another game on Mixer that's not being played a lot. Gangster was talking about that early. It's not being played enough. Not been played enough, and there's an opportunity for people to come view if they like the game enough. You know, there you go. There's loads of games that are not being played on Mixer.
Well, shit, there's one game we could play together, Pete. Like, I know we both love that game, so that'd be good. Lone, if you have it, you could join us. Max, if you're in there, we could all join us.
Oh, hell yeah. It's a game that we can all co-stream together, play it, 4 players, split screen on Mixer. That's the one thing I like about Mixer is you can just say, hey, buddy, you want to come stream with me? You want to come see the love? Fine, let's go co-stream. Bang, button, invite, good to go.
And here's the thing, when you co-stream on Mixer, like, it does the whole downscaling thing perfectly. In fact, it makes your resolution look even crisper with the smaller windows.
Yep.
So, like, when you're watching multiple streams, not only is it 1-to-1 and you'll be able to catch us in real time playing Titanfall 2 together, but it's going to look really fucking fantastic.
And I actually am liking Ninja on Mixer. I'm actually liking his style on Mixer. He's more.
I need to follow him. I need to follow him on Mixer because, like, I had him followed on Twitch when he, like, first started coming around and he was doing the whole bashing the Twitch thought community. So I mean, I thought it was funny, dude. He was comedic.
Hilarious.
Yeah, he was funny as shit, dude.
Well, the stream I tuned into with him, he was like a family man. Like, had his dog, in the background, his wife in the background. Very personable with everybody, talking about the finances and things like that. Very down to earth dude. And I was like, this is totally different than what I saw on Twitch. Like, quickly and fast, totally different. More happy. He was doing some weird dance thing. He was doing some Japanese dancing thing every time he got sparks. Yeah, and I was just like, damn, man, he looks way happier for being on Mixer over Twitch.
It's like I said, dude, that's the difference. When you're running, like, Microsoft is known for sustaining its policies and pushing through with actually making sure that they're being followed because they have ambassadors, they have moderators, they have admins running through all of their applications. And if you fuck around and you say some stupid shit, or if you do some stupid shit like, say, booby streamers, they're going to come in and tell you, hey, you need to knock that shit off.
There's a dress code.
Warning. If you don't follow through the next time or two, like, we're going to kick you. Like, they let you know ahead of time. They're pretty down-to-earth people.
And by the way, Mixer, if you're on Mixer and you see admins and stuff, they're usually in gold. They're usually in your viewers list. They're gold or like a different color compared to viewers and mods.
It's gold or like a teal. It's like a gold or teal purple thing, yeah.
So if you see those they're just checking you out, making sure you're doing the right stuff. They're always active. And that's the cool part. They're always looking at streams. There's tons of them looking always, all the time.
The original owners used to come by our streams and watch them when we were streaming it when it was Beam.
Right.
Like,
another
Microsoft does that now. Like, they'll send their people from their office to your stream and give you support.
Another thing on Mixer, if you guys didn't know this, there's interactive stuff where you can actually set up a controller where it controls your game. You can have your audience mess around. I saw people. So this day they put on Tony Hawk and they have it all preset with whatever interactive stuff they are, and you can control the character and do flips and whatnot with your sparks and whatnot. That's another thing on Mixer I do like where you
can... Bro, they took Twitch plays and made that 100,000 times better. Like, Mixer plays is so much funner to watch, dude. Like, people were beating these really long games, dude. Like, people have done full run-throughs of all the Pokemon games. They've done Call of Duty, surprisingly. I'm like, how the fuck? Like, I'm like, okay, sure. And they even had one where, like, a goldfish was like, anytime the goldfish would hit the sensor in the water, it would control the character.
Yeah, I like the sound. I like the soundboards that people do it sometimes because they're so creative.
Yeah.
Like,
their custom apps that for Mixer are actually really good. Like, you can go if you feel like somebody did something wrong and you wanted to create your own app. Say you're good at like coding, they have a section for you where you sign up, and they will let you submit whatever you fucking make as long as it's something that could benefit the community.
And guys, if you don't like Streamlabs everything, you can go use literally ScottyBot. You can go use ScorpBot. There's so much opportunity on API wise that they've been doing, and they
Bluebot is now over there.
Yeah.
Stream Hatchet is over there, I believe now.
StreamJar is still a thing.
StreamJar is still a thing, yeah.
Yeah. So you got opportunities. If you don't like Streamlabs for everything on Mixer, then you can go use those things. And I think Stream Elements was talking about doing something Mixer-wise with their overlays and everything.
I already told you what my hybrid system is. I have a hybrid system on my shit.
You care to share that to the audience? We got to hear this one.
So, because we were both talking about how come Stream Elements hasn't come to Mixer yet. So I was like, you know what? Fuck this. So I inserted their link into the browser thing for my Mixer profile, and I'm using the competitions site that actually supports Mixer for their alerts.
Okay.
So Stream Elements overlays with what's that one that you use? It's not Stream Elements. That's the other one.
Streamlabs.
Streamlabs. You use the Streamlabs for the notifications.
There you go.
Customize your own shit. In fact, you could take the Stream Elements overlays for the notifications and use those and plug that into your other Streamlabs stuff, and it works. That's what I did, and it actually looks really good. So
I think they're working on some type of conversion software. If it goes off if you use Streamlabs, they're working on something like a hybrid system like what you're talking about, which I give Stream Elements all the credit in the world. Because they're doing innovative things. They just added Facebook to the mix of Stream Elements, which was cool.
So do we want to continue on this, or do we want to talk about Take Two?
Let's talk about Gangster's topic right now.
Come on, Gangster.
Let's deep dive into that shit. Let's go into the abyss, all right?
I know you got a lot to say about this, Gangster, so go for it, bro.
Oh, I just think it's fucking ridiculous, man. I just think it's ludicrous. It's unreal. Like, a fucking game company sending a bunch of thugs to a streamer's house. Like, do you think would you ever have guessed that would be what would have happened in this?
Bro, like, they're lucky. So here's the thing. Here's my comment on this. Take Two is so irresponsible for doing this, first of all. How the fuck did they know that this kid or guy, you know what I mean, didn't have a gun? Or maybe his parents didn't have guns.
Right.
They could have endangered the lives of those people going into this house.
Right.
Trespassing on land. They could have been blown away at the door, dude. I mean, if I got random people coming to my house and I had a gun and I have no idea who the fuck they are, they don't present themselves to me, bro, we're gonna have issues.
And game companies being shady like that—that's another thing that, here's my thing about it. It's bad enough when you got an owner at Take-Two that's all for gambling and all this shit, but gangster shit? Really?
Right?
Are we really becoming like the mafia in gaming land? It's bad enough that gaming gets a bad rap as it is, and then you do this kind of bullshit.
Pulling Yakuza shit.
Yeah, right. Over some man's opinion on the internet that has a right to speak on it. If he feels there's an unjust, he should speak on it. And all this is over Borderland leaks. I don't understand the logic here. Gearbox is not mad about it. Gearbox is all for it. They're like, hey, it's more hype for our game, or more money in our pockets.
Yeah, it creates buzz. Leaks create buzz. It creates hype.
Take a look at the iPhones. Take a look at the Samsungs every year that get leaked. Why do they do it on purpose? Why does Google purposely now leak their leaks on purpose now? Why? Because it gives it traction. That's the whole point, to make fucking money. This owner is the same idiot that thinks putting chips in a video game, cashing the fuck out, and putting it as real current, it's not gambling. No. Fuck no, it's not gambling. But meanwhile, our government's going after you. I hope you get fried, motherfucker, by the government and everything you got coming to you.
There's going to be shitloads of people who will not buy Borderlands 3 at all now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, that's it. Like, even for
fucked.
getting the Epic Store thing, like, they say, oh, I'll just buy it on Steam, and now it's just like, no, I don't care.
Dude, it's not even
how can you
Gearbox's
support that?
fault either. No, well, it's not even Gearbox's fault. That's the fucked up part about all this. Is like Gearbox are like, hey, we just want to make a game that we know everybody's going to love. They love our humor in our games. They love the animations. They love the art style. They love the direction of the stories. They love the zany villains that, they're not completely bad, but when they are bad, they're fucking gruesome. But yet then they do good shit, they are known for these kind of things.
Right.
That's like their staple, you know what I mean? And it's getting fucked up by Take-Two. Like, Take-Two should be the ones fucking paying for this.
So
not
Lone,
Gearbox.
boom, Mr. Quiet over there. What do you think about this whole Take-Two? I mean, you know, you've had an opinion about the casino stuff in GTA and the whole cashing out thing, and now this. What do you think? Is this gonna get you to buy Borderlands?
I don't know. I was originally set on getting it, but from what I'm hearing recently, I'm up in the air with it.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. I'm kind
I
of up.
understand.
I'm kind of up in the air. Well, another reason why I'm up in the air. There's so many good games coming out in September.
Yup.
Bro,
Yeah,
I am such a fucking impulsive buyer, dude. I'm just gonna get it. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna be like, it's fucking Borderlands, man. How am I not gonna play
okay,
this?
just to let everybody know, you may be rejoicing and you may just be going, "Oh fuck, Rev, why?" I'm just gonna get it on Xbox. It takes out the Epic Games out of it. I know I'm giving it to a shitty company. I know if I do, and if I don't, I don't. I may just get it later down the road, you know, maybe or maybe not. It took me many years before I played Borderlands 2 after the fact. I didn't play it right off the
Yeah,
rip.
I was the same.
And, you know, it was on 360 one point on sale, and I was just like, oh, it's a sale. Okay, all right, I'll go out and buy. And then when I got my first PC, you know, my first actual high-end gaming PC, I went, oh, I have to have this now. You know,
I was talking to a kid, not gonna point fingers towards who's above me right now, who said, and I quote, "That game looks like garbage."
oh, shit.
Do you remember that shit, Rev? When you used to say that shit to us, you're like, "Yeah, I'm not. That just doesn't interest me." We're like, "Really? Okay, yeah." This guy tries it. Pre-sequel is on pre-order, bitches.
Are you talking? I'm so confused with that one, but it's okay.
Well,
It's okay.
I'm only assuming you pre-ordered pre-sequel, but like you liked Borderlands after you played it.
The first one, not so much. The second one,
No,
yeah.
the second one, yeah.
Well, the second one I didn't get until 3 years after the fact.
But you still played it,
Yes, I did.
even after you said it was. You said the Borderlands didn't interest you.
I said the cartoon style didn't interest me, and I said the same thing about Battleborn, but I got it gifted to me, and I ended up playing it.
You know, I actually like that game.
And I
wish
didn't
the community
understand. I didn't understand the hate behind it.
Dude, the game was good. I liked it. Hell, I was playing it with you when it was in beta.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, that's how long ago. And you know what the sad part of that was? Yeah, Overwatch did come out at the same time, right? I liked both. And I didn't understand the hate, why that game dropped off in player base the way it did. It wasn't comparable to Overwatch. I didn't understand. I mean, yes, they had 4 characters that you battled against on both sides, but we were fighting minions, though. It was more of a defense game than anything, really. You build your shit, and you shoot the enemies and try to kill each other's defenses. It wasn't so much go to set point or carry a payload, you know what I mean? It was never like that. It was totally different aspect to Overwatch. I don't know why they were comparing it back then like that. But yes, I did talk shit about Borderlands. Yes, back in the day I did. Yes, I will admit I did. I did that a lot of that because I didn't like the art style until
I know.
I didn't know what looter shooters were until 3 years after the fact, and I finally was opened my eyes, finally opened wide, and realized that looter shooters are pretty cool. And
Yeah.
I got to enjoy the characters in the storyline. You know, Tiny Tina for the win.
Yeah, Tiny Tina, man.
Tiny Tina is pretty amazing.
Oh, that tea party. Crazy.
Now, Borderlands 3.
Poor guy, right? I mean, Jesus.
Now, Borderlands 3, it's depends on my funds, and it depends on because we got FIFA. FIFA comes out at the same time. NHL comes out at the same time. Breakpoint comes out at the same time. It's really hard. And this poses the question, are people going to lead to these services now? Because there's so many games coming at once, and if you want to play with your friends, especially also Rainbow Six Siege has got some new shit coming in September. Gears of War comes out. So it's going to be really freaking hard in September to buy games. I'm going to call it broke September, broke November, and broke October. 3 months of being broke. And I would like to see more companies, and I know I say this shitty, like, I wish more companies would come out with services. Because it helps you in the long run, because you could buy a year and you could have all these games. And it helps the developers in a way, too.
It helps the developers in the long, like a lot of, this has been a pretty hot topic on Twitter. I've seen a lot of some of my old friends and some of the old pals I used to pal around with talk about this, and they're saying that the developers aren't making money. The developers aren't making money, but they're not realizing the kind of, the kind of community that these guys are building, signing their games up to these services, because when they go on sale, that's where the sales are going to make up for the fee. Right. So like they're going to be getting a little kickback from the fee, but in the long haul, they're going to be making more money throughout this game's life cycle of the generation itself, right, than it would have at launch. Well, yeah, that cool 200 million at launch is a good number to have, sure. But where does that compare to almost $1 billion throughout that game's entire life?
Well, take a look at it this way, Brimstone. If you get burnt out on that game, right, you could discontinue the service and come back later and pay for it and still have everything you ever had before.
But like I said, those sales, dude, some of those sales are so fucking good, dude. Like you can't pass them up. There's literally tons of games that are on these services that double up with your subscription service to whatever platform you're on. So if you're on Xbox, you'll get the live discount on top of the service discount. Right. So you're getting discount off your discount.
I just signed up because it came up my Xbox. Yes, guys, we'll talk about that here later in the show. I got a lot to talk about on that note. But anyway, back to the point. I got Ultimate Game Pass, where it gives you PC, gives you Xbox Game Pass, and it gives you live all included. I think that is a wonderful deal if you're
$15 a month if you don't have the money for it.
Or you could shell out $50 for the year because they give you a discount on it for the year, and you're golden. So if you have $100, you're gonna buy an Ultimate Edition of a game. You might just buy 2 years or year. Or, 2 years of Ultimate Game Pass and you're set. Literally, because if you're going to buy deluxe copies of games, you're automatically getting it. Or, well, the standard edition. EA gives you the deluxe versions of all their games if you buy Origin Access.
They're offering Gears of War Ultimate as a Game Pass thing.
Okay. So what I like about, and this is EA Access, they need to get that shit together. They should offer the same way like they do on PC. PC Origin Access is where it's at. You do get day one copies, full copies. They should do the same thing on Xbox. Not 10-hour trials. And I would pay maybe $2 or $3 more to get that advantage. I do like Uplay Plus, what they're trying to do with Uplay Plus. I do like that. And the reason I'm saying I like services like this is because, think about it. A lot of us we buy games just to buy games. And
we don't play them.
We don't play them, and it gets expensive. Yeah. And this kind of forces you to kind of play your games before the service ends every month. And
it's a good idea. It's really good on a mental capacity. You know what I mean? Like you said, it sort of like makes you feel like you need to play your games more. Probably a good idea.
I know we're getting off topic on the whole Take-Two Interactive stuff. Take-Two's been a messed up company for quite some time, and the owner's an idiot. And honestly, take a look at NBA 2K. That game is fucked for life.
But you know what? As an idiot, he's a rich idiot. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, he's a moron. Absolutely, I agree. But fuck, dude, like, you got to remember, some of these statistics that these people go by that make these dumb decisions are literally numbers that we as gamers have put out there.
Right.
If we were really against a lot of this shit that's coming up down the pipeline when it comes to this company, there should be nobody playing the DLC shit for GTA 5. They should not be buying into the casino shit, but they are. They should not have bought into the shark cards, but they are. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's not just his fault.
And if you are upset at this, don't play their games anymore. Don't support it. That's my thing. Like, don't play Red Dead Redemption. Do not play GTA. Do not play an NBA 2K game. Yeah, you're going to affect the other companies that are working behind Take-Two, but at the same time, you're voting with your fucking wallet and telling, hey, look, I'm done with your company. You're going to screw over gamers and you're going to cause uprifts with reviewers, then, vote with your wallet.
Bro, like these kids, like I've seen a lot of Twitter people. Pete, I'm not sure if you've seen these articles yet, but they do these whole like twit longer posts about it, and they're like, "Well, I'm guilty of it. Yeah, I spent like $20, but I'm not a part of the $800 million." I'm like
What
thinking,
logic
like,
is that? Like, what
I'm
kind
like,
of logic is
excuse
that?
me? Like, that is not how this works. You don't get to sit there and say, I only spent $10, but that doesn't make me a part of a huge number of the 10 million or 100 million or 800 million. I'm like, no. When you're a big YouTuber or influencer and you're telling your buddies, I'm playing this game. Oh, look, I just bought $10 in shark cards. Guess what?
You're part of the problem.
They're going to do the same thing because they just saw their favorite fucking YouTuber endorse this shitty practice.
Well, let's talk
about that. And it has a trickle-down effect.
Well, let's talk about this. So, here's what I don't understand. Me and you have been back and forth about this, Brimstone. And it's not just about the Epic Game shit. It's those people that are upset about this game, and Borderlands in particular with Take-Two, right? And Gearbox and all that. And they're saying, oh, I'm going to wait for a sale, and I'm going to screw them over. How are you remote? You're part of the problem. You're still giving them money. No matter what on sale, they're still making that $3 off of you. You're part of the problem.
The best example I could give you right now, who has been forced to fix their shit and make a really good service, not just fixing their service, but fixing all the fucking problems in their games on PC, Ubisoft. They were hemorrhaging money during the first and second quarters about 2 years ago. They were losing millions.
Yeah.
For Honor wasn't selling. Fucking Rainbow Six wasn't selling anymore because it was a broken piece of shit for the longest time. The First Division wasn't selling because it was a broken piece of shit for the longest time.
Yes, it was.
That snowboarding game, Snow is that what it's called?
No, it's oh god, Steep.
But you know,
Steep
wasn't making anything, dude. They were giving that game away.
Yeah, they gave away a gold edition for a while there for free.
Yeah, so like that's what I'm saying. Like they were forced to take their money and invest it into some R&D.
By the way, guys,
their shit wasn't making it.
I don't know if they're still doing the 2 games for free on Epic Games, but the last 2 games that were for free were For Honor and some other high-end game. They were giving it away for free. So if you are on the fence about For Honor, you might as well go get it before it's too late on the Epic Games Store so you can play it. I know Epic Games is not everybody's cup of tea on the show. I'm just throwing that out there. If you're interested in For Honor and you like Chivalry, then, you know, hey, it's for free. They're giving it away for you for free.
Shall we move on to the topic that kind of we all like so much?
Hold on. I forgot to add this topic in it. You guys don't mind talking about this? I know me alone. It just hit me when you were talking about franchises. There's an article out there. Black Ops 1 is being remastered in 2020. That's the surprise 2020 game. There's leaks out for it. And 2020 is going to be Black Ops remastered. Treyarch's rebooting that whole franchise.
I'm down. I'm down. I still play the fuck out of the Modern Warfare and revamp, dude. Like that's a great game. I love that game.
And they did say that it's going to be more gruesome than the original.
Nice.
And they said that if this goes well, they're going to remaster World at War. All right, behind it.
Yeah.
Oh yes, dude.
A reboot.
That was one of my favorites too, dude. World at War.
Here's my thing though that I've been saying. It's all high and dandy. I love the fact they're doing this. Can I get something new from Call of Duty though? Like a reimagining of something. Like
you are
Desert Storm. No, I want like Desert Storm, or like a what can I say this like a Desert Storm, something that has not been told before in a war game before, like nitty-gritty.
You haven't played the last Medal of Honor, did you?
No, I didn't. What was it? Warfighter,
and the one prior to that.
I did play Warfighter. I played both. Never mind. I have played both.
They were both based on the Middle Eastern conflict during.
That's what I would like to see with
Storm
Call
stuff.
of Duty.
Yeah.
And
Dude, I love Medal of Honor. I wish they would fucking do something like that. I miss that shit.
And Call of Duty said this one is not going to be political. The new Call of Duty that's coming out is not going to be political.
Yeah. That was really cool.
They did say they're going to keep it towards like an arcade shooter, fun, tactical, and they're not going to put their own political stamp on it. They said they're going to be unbiased as hell as they can be. So we're getting that game and Black Ops, which I think is cool. And hopefully with these two games, this will bounce back Activision some way. They need really some help right now because they lost a lot of franchise. And another thing is Activision also needs to make StarCraft 3. Come on, StarCraft 3. Come on.
That's not an Activision title. That's a Blizzard title.
Okay, well, I consider Blizzard part of Activision in a way.
How dare you?
Why? They're under the umbrella. It's under the umbrella. Come on. Activision Blizzard. They say that all the time, so I just assume. Can't blame me for it when they say that all the time. The commercials and everything.
Lone Wolf, school him, please. I'm too tired for this.
Oh, Jesus. Fine. I'll never say that again in your presence, sir. I am a peasant, okay? I am a peasant, okay? I wasn't fucking around, okay? I'm sorry. I didn't know life the original fucking what was it? What's that game that everybody plays that I don't give a crap about? Not StarCraft, the other one. Warcraft. There you go. Yeah, I didn't know life that shit.
How dare you, sir?
Yeah. I didn't know life that shit, and I didn't have a PC for it, so I was playing on a console, okay? I was
fucking
a peasant.
Hey, they had Warcraft 2 on consoles.
They did? I didn't
It's
play it,
ass,
unfortunately.
but it existed.
Hey.
StarCraft 2. I played them both. Me and my brother rented that shit from Hollywood Video. Horrible mistake.
You know when I played it, and people don't remember this on PC. Remember when you had to put the disc in and you had to have it always running on a PC?
Oh yeah.
That was StarCraft 2 back in the day.
Yep.
Remember when I got my first copy?
I didn't do that shit. You know what I did? I used Damon tools. I was
that worked too.
I just mounted the disc and it just ran the information and boom, you didn't have to worry about your disc drive fucking spinning out of control. I used to get worried.
I totally blanked out on the whole Medal of Honor stuff. I did play Medal of Honor. Actually, one of them had Linkin Park's OK album on it. One of them was a Castle of Glass or Castle of Sand or something like that.
2010's Medal of Honor had that, yeah.
Yeah, and they had Linkin Park come out on stage and they promoted it all. I forgot all about that. That game was not bad at all, really. It just got a bad rap on it.
Bro, I love 2010s. Like, that was my favorite. Warfighter was good. I liked Warfighter. I played it with Junie. I played it with a bunch of my friends on the PlayStation. It was a great game.
Yeah.
EA just said, fuck you guys who like this game. And said, we're not making it anymore.
Here was the problem with that. The multiplayer was running at a really low resolution, which turned a lot of people off.
I don't care. I didn't care. That shit, like, I love the customization in Warfighter. You had a fucking shit ton of customization. It ran great on PC. Like, I had no problems on PC.
What they need to bring back, if they really want to go back in the past and bring back a game, bring back Tom Clancy's Advanced Warfighter.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was a good one.
If they want to bring that shit from the grave, that's a franchise that they need to bring back from, like, back in, like, literally multiplayer on that, being tactical. It would make Call of Duty Modern Warfare look like kind of sad.
Dude, it would make Rainbow Six Siege look kind of sad.
Like, that's what I want from Rainbow Six Siege. I want them to make another mode just like that and just add it in. That would be cool. I know it'd be more gigs on a game.
So it'd be worth it. I mean, look at all the gigs that we get on nowadays on console and PC.
Well,
we're talking.
Well, did you hear about what was it? I think Lone was talking about this about SSDs and stuff today. Wow, was it Gears, Lone? Was it Gears? What game was it that was taking up 168 gigs? Grand total.
No, Destiny 2 Shadowkeep.
I was just like, holy shit.
Yeah, it might take 165 gigs.
I'm just like, holy shit.
That's
how about the new
disk space.
How about the new Bad Company Caesar's saying? How about that?
I would be down with that. I love Bad Company.
Yep.
Bad Company was some of my funnest times, dude.
Oh, dude, Bad Company 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. Like, that campaign was magic, and the fucking multiplayer was just good fun.
It's still alive.
And you know, people used to tell us to me, Call of Duty didn't have riding vehicles. I've been playing Call of Duty forever. I'll give you a fun fact. Call of Duty 3. Treyarch made that game, and you were able to somewhat ride vehicles.
That was the first game that offered vehicles, and you could do it in Jeeps.
Yep. So don't tell me Call of Duty hasn't had any vehicle riding ever in a game. They have. And actually, in fact, if you really want to go back to, you really want to test my Call of Duty knowledge, here's a fun fact. The original Call of Duty on PC, you were able to ride vehicles to a certain extent and had dedicated servers as well. And that was the game I played a lot of when I first got my PC. Was the first ever one.
Yeah.
And that game ran like
I played that in their expansion, their Pacific Front. Like, that was really good.
And that game ran like shit on a really old GTS card back in the day. And I think it had like a gig of memory, I think, if you were lucky, and it was expensive as all hell. And it was like this flat PCB on a board with like little chiplet fan on top of it that overheated at all times. And it actually lasted so much that it actually was comparable to what the PS3 was doing at that time. At those times. Now let's so you guys want to move on topics? I know Brimstone was all excited for a new topic.
I'm not excited about this topic because I really hope it's just fake. I hope it's just one big fake rumor and she could just stay with AMD. Lisa Su's possible retirement from AMD and move on towards IBM. I think it's going to be great for her to do something with IBM. I think her, helping them release consumer grade parts to compete in the PC gaming space is going to be really good. But I am so biased right now when it comes to CPUs, even though I own an i7 product and I'm going to be owning another i7 product soon. Just the way she took AMD from literally like bankruptcy, on the verge of it, and now they're taking hold of the market again. And it's like, why would you want that to end? Because I don't think anybody, just anybody, is going to have the same fortitude and business knowledge as she does.
True.
Well, here's the thing, though. I'm not okay with her leaving. I don't want her to leave because AMD's still, the pages are unwritten on the lines of what AMD's history is, and she's kind of brought them back from the grave to what they are now, and still the GPU side needs work, and she's really working hands on. Now
they brought that guy from Dell over though, so they got a good. They're going to be doing good on that, I think.
Now I heard the person underneath her, she's grooming, from what I read in the articles, that she's grooming him to eventually take over. He's younger. Either way, I think Lisa Su is going to build AMD up for the next 5 to 6 years. I don't think she's going to leave right off the rip. She doesn't need to. She is the Jensen, technically. She does wear kind of a leather jacket when she comes up on stage. She's got that presence. She's iconic at this point. People are making toys about her, for shit's sakes. She's iconic. And shit, she says that the fucking dirt. You know what's funny about this is Jensen and her are family members, technically. They're family. So you got to imagine at breakfast or lunch or dinner when they're having family gatherings, it's got to be an awkward moment, them talking together. And I want to see Lisa Su make the Radeon site great again. She did a lot of freaking things that were great. She separated the companies, Radeon, to their own
back
company.
To their separate shit, yeah.
She's kind of reinstored the gamer. Made the gamer the upfront thing. She's made AMAs a thing where she's talking to the community. I don't think it's going to be like that if she did go to IBM. Now, I understand why IBM wants to come into the market. I get they want to snipe somebody out that's big, that's popular. I get it. That's what Intel did with Roger Goodori because Roger Goodori was a huge name.
And she's unknowingly a meme lord.
Yes, yes.
Soon as she announced that she got her PhD and she's now doctor, like everybody just fucking memed the fuck out of it, dude. Like the most like funny shit has been made with that.
With Threadripper on the horizon and now the Epic CPUs being released, Lisa Su being on top of the world and being so popular, I don't see her leaving AMD anytime soon.
I don't either.
I really don't.
And like I keep saying,
unless the money is really worth it, and she's got incentives.
I don't know, man.
She's already got money though. That's what I'm thinking.
And that's the thing. It's one thing to have money, but it's another to be like in charge of a company and bring it back from the brink like that. If you then take it to greatness, like that could be worth more than any amount of money.
Right.
Because you could get any job you wanted at that point.
Right.
That's the ultimate resume. It's like I took AMD back from what were they at, like 10% market share?
No, they were way less
They
than
were
that.
5%. They were like
5%?
4. Yeah.
And now they're up to,
5.
isn't it like 30-something% now?
Something like that.
Now,
It's unreal. Like I've never seen a comeback like that in a company ever.
Now with IBM coming in the mix, it's going to be interesting to me because it kind of reminds me because I've been around PCs for a long time. Kind of reminds me of the Cry-X, VIA, Intel, and AMD days.
Yeah.
X386
full circle, in other words.
processors and whatnot back then. And literally there was so much competition, it was unreal. At one point, you had 4 competitors fighting at each other. And I want to see maybe this time around 3 competitors on GPUs and CPUs going at each other.
Yeah, because Intel's coming out with GPUs.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it'll be interesting.
Well, and Intel's kind of going bang, bang. They're shooting themselves in the foot with all these naming SKUs, man. Like, how you expect a consumer... Well, how do you expect a consumer to know what to buy?
I am so disappointed with what they're doing, dude. I haven't even looked into the shit you were telling me about. I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to look at
well, no,
not even gonna bother.
You get this. It's an i7 87GS, and then they got to put the EUs in because they got to sell they got to sell this graphics shit. EU 64U, and it's like, okay, 4 cores, 8 fucking threads, and then get this: the i5 is literally basically the same as an i7.
That's kind of weird.
With the same amount of EUs, and I'm just like, you're not coming out with better cores. You're not adding more cores in the consumer grade side. Wouldn't
Your
you?
10 nanometer is still fucking garbage.
And they're now gluing the
We're
IHS
back to gluing now
because they don't want people inside the CPUs to delid and put liquid metal on them. Intel doesn't want you in them. And another company that's like this.
Yeah, because if you can delid and overclock, then you don't have to buy their 9700K.
Well, they don't want you to go out and buy their i7. They don't want you to go out and get an i5 and virtually just turn it into an i7. That's what it is.
Which is the same chiplets that they use across the board.
Right? Not wrong. And they're doing.
And they're getting.
Sorry,
go ahead.
They're doing the same thing on the laptop side. Same naming SKU. Same bullshit.
So the laptops are going to have that much longer of a fucking number.
Yeah. So it's just going to go on like you're going to see a paper and you're going to see XYZ 5 6 7 8 9 EU blah blah blah. It'll just keep going and going and going, and you're just sitting here going, "Who's your fucking marketing manager? You should be fired. You should be fired." And you're trying to be consumer friendly, right? You're trying to be motherfucking consumer friendly. When the average consumer, not the people like us that read everything and know everything by heart, we're talking about the average consumer that doesn't know what they're getting themselves into. They'll be reading this and they'll be like, what the hell's going on? And then they'll go look at the Ryzen shit, right? And they'll be like,
yep.
They'll be
2600, 3600, 3700. Oh, that's simple.
Okay, here's this laptop with this Ryzen 5, 3000U. Why has this got all this naming on it? Oh, I'm just going to go buy this because, it makes sense. The average consumer is like that.
So pretty much they're going back to like 2001 and through 2001 through 5?
1999, actually.
And they're going to do the whole number scheme fuckery where they're like, this is our new E4500 X3 or, the 3 was always like the number of cores or...
Well, where I found this information out was on Hardware Canucks. He was like, it's a whole mouthful and you don't understand what's going on. Even me being a tech enthusiast, knowing everything, it's so damn confusing. They didn't up the core count, so you can't differentiate the CPUs. They're all the same with the same amount of wattage, and basically the i5 could be overclocked in basically an i7. And there is no such thing as a K model anymore. So you don't know which one you're overclocking or not overclocking. So I'm sitting here just going, this is why Ryzen looks even better now.
Where's my bell? Where's my bell when I need it? Ding ding. Shame. Ding ding. Shame. To drag those fuckers naked through the street, man.
Can we all agree here, Lone, we'll let you go ahead and buy the first launch of these CPUs and you can tell us if they're any good?
Yeah, review them for us, partner.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Review and overclock. Put some liquid cooling on that. Come chase 2 cents. Go get a custom water block. Put that shit on there. Overclock it to like the 9s.
Yo, you know what? Okay, so
when it turns on fire, make sure to film it.
I'm gonna say this now. I have a feeling that they're going to make overclocking like an extremely hard thing to do.
Oh yeah,
they already have within the chipsets.
I'm saying like as soon as it detects any sort of condensation near it, it can lock up as a security feature. I'm just saying this now.
Well, Intel's already done that before. Intel's done that before.
How much you want me to bet they're gonna do it again?
AMD's to say, hey.
That's a sucker's bet. My mama didn't raise no fool.
AMD's more of, hey, you can overclock on our platform on the non-X SKUs and be
on
good.
Anything.
Yeah, pretty much.
Any board, any chip, anything, it'll overclock.
So
might not get very high.
Will Gangster want to take a bow because they talked about the Epic CPUs, and a couple weeks ago you said $6,300 and something dollars?
No. Okay, so
you were on the money about that.
The AMD Epic 64-core 128 thread is $4,300.
They have a 6,000 one.
There is a 6,000 one, but the 64-core 128 thread, I can't remember the clock speed and all that, but the lower one, it's like 4,300, and it is the exact same clock speed. I think it's actually a little higher, but about the same clock speed, same PCIe I/O lanes, same memory capacity, and almost the same memory bandwidth as 4 Xeons at $3,500 a pop, just for the chips, mind you, not the 4 chip board you would have to buy.
Well, man, I was trying to give you a bow, man. You should take your bow because you literally predicted the price and you were right about that, the ultimate one.
I'm telling you, man.
You called it, like literally.
Intel's about to get BTFO'd in server shit, and it was funny too because I saw a picture of it wasn't a billboard, but it was like a subway billboard that said Xeon isn't epic.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So you know how we were talking about the possible 30% that they're at right now with the market share?
Yeah.
If they take all of the major businesses that use server racks, that will tack on another 45,
it's already happening.
50%.
Oh yeah, it's coming. It's coming. Not
Microsoft
just because
is. A lot of these
price for
cloud
performance
services are doing it.
It's not just a
Microsoft,
power draw
Google,
too.
Amazon,
that quad Xeon setup, that's power. Those things are like 200 and something watts a piece, and those Epic chips, those things are like 400 watts total. Like, it's nuts, man. And not only all that, but dude, the server people are getting pissed about the performance hit from Spectre Meltdown and the rest of that shit.
Yep.
Because it didn't affect consumers. That's people's like, oh man, Spectre and Meltdown, like that didn't do anything. It's like, yeah, it didn't do anything for your 4700, but it was 10 to 26% for server chips, depending on which generation. And bro, that's a big fucking cost because they can't fuck around with that shit. Like, a 20% drop in performance, if you got a couple of server racks, that might be a whole nother extra rack that you have to put in now just to equal the performance that you had before all this shit came out. And that's a rack, bro. That's several $1,000s, if not into the tens of thousands of dollars, depending on, how much, if you're doing single type shit or if you're doing like quad Xeons or whatever.
Yeah.
So dude's looking at that with a server in their house or at their business or something, and it's like, why am I gonna go and buy 4 Xeons and all the shit for that and spend $15,000 on this setup when another patch might come out next week that'll fucking cut my performance by another 10% when I can go spend $4,000 on this Xeon and get all of that.
You're not wrong.
It's not looking
Very
good
true.
for Intel. It's not looking
Very
good for
true.
Intel.
So what do you think of it, Lone? What do you think of the Epic CPUs and stuff, and AMD, and all the goodness that's going on with AMD right now?
I actually think it's a good idea. Better off than having to patch firmware for Intel processors and, like you said, lose performance.
Well,
Yep.
Spectre and Meltdown didn't have to really help Intel at all. Intel kind of shot themselves in the foot. And
The big thing is they knew that it was a problem.
Yeah.
Because it's
And
not
they
like
tried
it's just...
to cover it up and say, "Oh no,
Exactly.
it's not."
And guess
Exactly.
what? Guess what? Their whole ring technology they were talking about years ago, as they were kicking the shit out of AMD like they did, that's coming to an end. That whole ring technology, Intel's gonna have to go back to the drawing board and figure out,
That's a shame because the applications for that was endless.
They are
Excuse me.
losing. They are losing badly to AMD like that.
Well, they spent a whole decade and a half without innovating anything.
The
They
Affinity
were
Fabric is just
comfortable
kicking
with
the
their
shit out of
lead.
them.
Yeah, they were comfortable with their lead. They knew they could release chips that were 10, 15% faster every couple of years. And they were like, well, fuck it. We'll just, keep cruising like this. And it's like, this is why I bought AMD, even though Piledriver was garbage.
Another thing is what I find interesting with Intel, they never went down to the console grade stuff for gamers. They never.
They should have.
They should have.
They should have.
NVIDIA kind of shot themselves in the foot that way too. But
Dude,
they
IBM
did partner.
had that shit on lock. IBM, when they did the last gen for PS3 and Xbox, IBM made some fucking cash there. They did.
And it's
Custom
funny.
chip?
I know NVIDIA is in the Nintendo space. I get that. I understand that. But it's not as big as AMD.
Well, and it's not their real chipset either. It's the Tegra stuff.
Yeah. So the Nintendo's getting shafted when they can get the really good shit.
Dude, they're getting, because how NVIDIA is, dude. Like, this is an enterprise model, so it's going to cost you roughly about 65% more than the consumer grade.
Well, we know the Nintendo Switch can have more power right now by NVIDIA, but they don't want to do it. And they signed.
Why would they?
And they signed a 10-year deal.
I think
NVIDIA doesn't even want to be in graphics anymore. They want to switch over to the AI side of things and work with shit like Tesla.
Dude, they've been doing. Yeah, you're right. Because their old 9800, their old 9800 Titan cards were originally designed around deep learning AI structure.
Right. Yep.
The Titan V, the Titan XP, the Titan X, Black Edition, the whole 9 yards. They were all originally meant for AI structure.
Right. My thing is, there was missed opportunities by Intel on a lot of spaces.
And crypto mining.
Can we say NVIDIA kind of dropped the ball at that and AMD gained? Do you know how many more people bought AMD cards like hardcore? Like everywhere they were sold out for
290X could mine fucking gangster.
Vegas 64 and 56, baby. You couldn't even buy one at launch because they didn't have enough.
No,
Bro, I had to go to eBay. I had to go to eBay for my 64.
What was it? I got my the 480? Like, I got it just before the mining craze happened, and when the mining craze happened, I was so grateful to get my two RX 480s. I was like,
dude, I'm lucky I got the price I did on my Vega at launch, because like 3 weeks later, I could have sold it for twice as much as what I paid for it.
Yeah, you're about to. We were talking about it.
I was
You
considering it, but then I would have been out of graphics card. And how was I going to buy one? Because they were all over a G.
well, because I told you, I was like, dude, I'll just send you my R9 270X, and you're like, what is that? I'm like, yeah, it's a 2 gig card. You're like, no.
No, yeah.
I'm
he's
like,
like, get that shit out of my face. Just get that shit out of my face.
I went from my 290X 4 gig to the Vega 64. You were telling me a 270X. It's like, nah, I ain't doing that, bro.
No, you were like,
a 290X. I might have considered it because then at least I would have been going back to what I had.
Gangster,
but yeah,
Gangster was
270.
like this peasant card, get this shit out my face.
It's like I had one of those laying around out of my brother's computer when I gave him my 290. Like, fuck that, man.
That's the only card that I know that even like Nvidia like was scared of for a minute.
Speaking of
Because
crypto,
they were ahead.
So speaking of crypto, this is from Caesar. IBM is still in the cryptocurrency game.
Yeah,
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
they make ASICs, right?
Yeah.
Didn't know that. And to be honest, I speaking of,
It really doesn't matter anymore because all the currencies you can mine with ASICs are so hard to mine that nobody's buying hardware for that. Like Bitcoin is almost all mined out at this point. There's only like 2 or 3 others that you can use ASICs with. The rest are all bound to GPUs.
Yeah.
And those have all pretty much run their course too. So unless another one comes out that gets popular, it's not going to do anything.
So speaking on the whole Lisa suit thing, I think it's gonna be cool that IBM is coming into the consumer grade kind of shit. I hope they don't snipe her out. That's my thing. Hope they don't. I hope she does keep making AMD great again. I know I just made a pun to our president. Make AMD great again. Keep making it great again. You know, keep
Build those cores. Build those cores.
And
Oh,
I
God.
just want them to, and this is what I hope for the GPU side of things. I want them to release a 5800 XT. I'd be cool with that. Come out with your own ray tracing. I'm cool with that too. And I know they're going to do it better than their competition because they have all this time, just like they did the API thing. They went to Microsoft. Okay, you're building DirectX 12. We're going to help you finish it. But guess what we're going to do? We're going to come out with a Vulkan that's so much better than your shit.
God, it's so much better.
And
Dude,
Fucking
runs so
SDR RAMs are
fucking
invading and are
great.
taking away the jobs from the DDR4.
That's
I can't help
stupid.
it.
The DDR4 is not making a wall for the other DDR4 fast enough. Off with their head. Those peasants.
The SDR RAM is really taking over the motherboard. We need to build a wall to keep them out.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, God.
God. They're sending their malware.
They're fucking up our pipelines.
They're sending their Spectre and Meltdown to...
Fucking kill me now, please. Like, Jesus Christ.
God.
Crimson's done. He's just like, I'm done with this topic. I am done. Completely done. Want to lead it with the last topic?
What's the last topic?
The last topic we've been talking about the last 2 days. And I thought it would be interesting because we've been on like talking about this for a while.
I'm trying to think. We've covered a lot.
PS4, Microsoft.
Ah, yes,
Oh, yeah.
yes.
And a lot of our
yes,
friends
yes.
are disappointed with our opinion about the PS4.
Shocker.
They can eat a dick.
Well, there you
Just
go.
saying.
Well,
All right, so I can only share my experiences, and the reason why I might end up doing what I told you I might be doing. I log into Overwatch. Fucking, I'm going against people that are teleporting across the map. I log into Call of Duty, same thing. Rainbow Six, same fucking thing, dude. And it's annoying, dude. Like more often than not,
So,
I will get into a
Brimstone-
lobby when that shit happens. So
So-
it's really fucking annoying.
I was telling you, I kind of compared it to the phone market. We got one more topic after this, but I just figured out what the other topic was. What I was saying to you was yesterday, it's kind of like phone gimping in a lot of
Yeah.
ways. What me and you were experiencing with the lower models of PS4, well, I had 30-day return policy. I returned mine, got an X because of, the best box. That's my personal opinion. It just works. Okay? Don't hurt me for my opinion, guys, okay, about consoles, okay? I'm a peasant, okay? Leave me alone. I'm a peasant, all right? And I'm indecisive, so leave me alone. All right.
Yeah, but you're a peasant who has a PC.
Yes.
So you're still part of the master race.
Okay.
It's okay.
All right. Well, at least I'm accepted somewhere. I didn't have my PC card taken from me yet. Thank God for that. But I noticed that they gimp the older models, and I was thinking about it after we talked about it. It feels like they gimp their older models to get you to buy into the Pro, because that's all I've heard from you should have got a Pro, man. You should have got a Pro because that just runs so much better. You should have just got the Pro and
It's not even that much faster.
It runs better. It will make your games run better.
I don't know, man. I don't want to sound conspiratorial or anything, but this sort of behavior is not unknown, especially in the tech industry. And it's not like we haven't caught Apple and a whole bunch of other companies doing this and have to sue them. Yeah, like NVIDIA, Apple, Intel, I believe, or Windows when they were when they owned Compaq or whatever the fuck it was. Yeah, so it wouldn't surprise me in the least. And it's a shitty thing to do, and it's one of the reasons why I will not buy NVIDIA.
Well, continue your thought, Brimstone. I interrupted you. Sorry.
I don't remember.
You were going off a list of games that were being gimped, that you were having really bad, shitty experiences.
It was those games. Like it makes no sense because at the beginning of the generation, when I bought my, the Call of Duty game that I bought, which was Black Ops 3, it ran fine. There was no lag. There was no problem. Right? It was good.
Right.
I play it now, and it's like, not only do I have to worry about a fucking zip line going across my head or a jetpack, but when you do the jetpack, you see them fucking teleporting and shit. It's like, what the fuck?
Or speed up and slow down. That's the other one, too.
Yeah, the rubber banding. Yeah.
Right.
Dude, the network that's built into the OG PS4 is fucking garbage. Like, they have no right of charging you a premium for a service that you can't even fully fucking experience on wireless, let alone wired. It is retarded. It is the slowest downloads I've ever had to fucking deal with when it comes to my games. How long did it take me to download Rainbow Six, dude?
4 hours.
4 hours if it was on, but I logged in the next day and it was at 99%.
Are you serious with that one?
There was a problem with the fucking download.
Here's another one. You
dude.
haven't experienced the waiting list yet to be in the store. You haven't.
Oh, the queue.
The queue.
Just to be in the store.
Yep, that's to be in the store. So
what?
when
Dude,
I had
my Vita runs better than this. So what the fuck is going on?
So when I was in the store, right? So I asked a bunch of my PlayStation friends that had PlayStations, right? My high school buddies that have one. I called them and go, "Is this a thing on PlayStation? Is this a thing? I got this on my birthday. My 28th birthday is a gift for my family." And the first thing I was put in a motherfucking waiting queue to download my games. I sat there for 3 hours in a waiting list, restarted my PlayStation multiple times. And my friend goes, "That's commonly a problem on PlayStation. That is a thing." And I'm like, how is that even so let me get this straight. You pay for the PlayStation Plus just to basically sit and wait for things. How is that at all convenient?
Bro, I think my Vita downloads better because I'm thinking of some games that were several gigabytes and they only took a couple of minutes.
Dude, I mean the PS.
And I've never been put on a wait queue to download games.
Dude, the PSP downloads better than the fucking PS4 does, dude.
Oh my god, dude, that's ridiculous.
It's ass, bro.
Oh, and by the way, if you put an external hard drive on the PlayStation, FYI, part of the reason why I got rid of mine, returned it to the store within the 30 days. Every time I load into my your external hard drive's corrupted. Then I'm sitting and waiting for a repair over an hour for this thing to freaking do what it needed to do. And then when we get to the menu, it freezes. I'm sitting here going,
"Oh God, you just reminded me."
I just sit here. I just loaded the damn shit, and I want to love the Sony product so bad. I want to love it. I'm so determined. At this point, I'm like my story with the PlayStation being back on it after returning it. I spent most of my night, and Brimstone was here when we were playing in the Discord. I sat most of my night, and Brimstone went through this issue too, where we just sat and waited around in menus more than play our games. We spent more hours. We had a whole thing to play competitive on PlayStation to sit in main menus of the PlayStation more than playing our games. And we were going to stream, and it was so aggravating. I was pounding my head at one
want
time.
To play it, dude. After that, dude, after we finally when everything finally downloaded and installed, I lost my fucking love to play it, dude. Like I was just like,
I'm gonna go grab my Xbox now, and I'm just gonna go and play that.
That's
same
what I
exact
did.
game.
I played Call of Duty World War II on there, and I was happy again. I was like, okay, I'm good. I got my I'm staying over here now.
So
like,
it answers the
fuck
story.
This.
Now it answers the story.
I have all this.
Now it goes with the story. So I returned my PlayStation and got the Xbox One X because I got, the money back for the PlayStation Core 1 terabyte, which the hard drive on it is complete shit. Like 54 RPMs on a PlayStation hard drive because they use a $30 hard drive is complete shit. If you're going to buy a PlayStation Pro or anything, just go get a Silicon Power SSD and just throw that bitch in there. Don't even waste your time with their hard drive. And their hard drive, for some weird reason, I was hearing clicking noises. And that kind of was concerning. And don't keep this in mind when you load your favorite games up on PlayStation. Just be prepared to say count down from 1 to 10 or 10 to 1 because it lifts off in a matter of seconds. You might just get a stopwatch and start counting it down and do Houston, we have liftoff because your PlayStation will literally do it. And I don't know what they're doing with software innovations. I feel like every update, I had 2 updates when I got my PlayStation. I feel like every update just slowed down my system. Slowed it down badly. And, with their external hard drive support, I felt when I was playing Overwatch with Brimstone, I was playing at 15 frames per second at times. When there's a huge crowd of enemies on Overwatch, on PC it runs smooth. Xbox it runs just fine. On PS4, it's kind of like some of the games on Nintendo Switch at times. And it's not but I'm going to say this. The Nintendo Switch is doing something uniquely than any other console is doing right now. They're taking a tablet chip and they're taking it beyond its limits. And they're doing it well. Very fucking well. On portable and on handheld. And that's impressive to me. And honestly, I'll say this. I will take a 540p Nintendo Switch portable over a PlayStation 4 at 1080p 60. Just going to say that right now. Because it runs nice. And it runs smooth. And there's no lag.
So
this is the argument. This is the question that I told Brimstone last night. Would you take that same question I'm asking you again? Would you take that 540p 30 FPS running smooth over a PlayStation game with lag?
Yeah, definitely.
With lag.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And that's and that's the shocking part of that. We were both saying in our opinions it was shocking that we were saying that.
Bruh, like you look at even the login menu for the PS4 fucking chugs. Pete, you are a PS Vita owner. Does your menus ever fucking lag behind so bad that your inputs are like 5 to 10 seconds behind?
Never.
That's what the PS4 does. The basic PS4 is fucking hot garbage, dude. Like, you are literally pushing the right directional pad and nothing happens because it takes that long to load everything in.
And I will say this.
And that's both on connection and wireless.
I'll say this. Owning the core model or owning the OG PlayStation, it's just not meant to be. You buy the Pro, it works just fine. Like the menus, everything work fine. It doesn't slug. I just think they're gimping their consoles to get you to buy the Pro. And
I think so too, because when I first got it, it wasn't like that. When I first bought it, like it wasn't like this.
Well, when I first had my first PlayStation at launch, it was fine. Everything worked great.
Yeah.
Downloads were subpar, but it wasn't as bad. And I've owned a Vita before. I would love to own one of those PS Vita red ones that they have where you have to import it in. You know, the nice, beautiful, slim one that they have just before they discontinued them. I love to own one of those. The red one looks sexy as shit. And it's using OLED technology. Or no, LED technology that looks really nice. Actually, better than the original OLED technology they were using.
Because they don't have ghosting. They don't have ghosting on this one.
No.
I was watching a video about it a few weeks ago about it. They said that this one that they have now no ghosting.
And why did
no
Sony discontinue
fuzziness.
the PS Vita? I never understood that. It was
Because
like,
it wasn't selling.
it wasn't selling. I saw a lot of people buying them.
Yeah, towards the end, that's when everybody really jumped on board. Like
I don't know
everybody
why
at the end, when they found out.
I didn't know why Sony just didn't like continue them. They were selling like hotcakes.
I don't know, bro. Why did they promise us on the PS Go that you will get most of your hardware games able to download from the PS Store when none of them that you had was actually on the store itself, and then they backed out of it completely. So
Yeah,
you
they
wasted
did.
your fucking money.
You remember the PlayStation phone, right? Remember that? They said the same thing about that. Remember that? They said it was supposed to be a PS Go in your hand with the cell phone Android technology built into it, and you would be able to do what you do. And those were false promises. It's like like the PS4. How long did it take for them to put the external hard drive support into it?
Shitty as it is.
As shitty as it is. And I'm going to say this one more time. If you guys are buying a PlayStation right now, any of those models, even a refurbished or a used or whatever, just go out and get an SSD. Just go out, slap an SSD in that thing. You'd be better off. Like 500 gigs, you'd be golden.
And then what kills me is I've spent a lot of money on this platform, digital cells and shit. So like, it kind of bugs me. You know what I mean? Like, I really want to play those games. I want to have fun, and I can't because I can't deal with the lag. I can't deal with the custom servers that are in COD that the hackers get a hold of and they fuck everybody. Like, and I know that's on every platform. I'm just saying, like, that just adds to the list. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. And also, too, I'll say this as well. This has turned me more into, this made me have more love for Microsoft at the end of the day. I know,
Yeah.
I know, Brimstone, you've been really upset because you really wanted, you did tell me you do enjoy, you were a PlayStation guy. So it's really interesting that 360 flip, you know what I mean? You know, for the love for something, to hate it or be annoyed as much as you have.
Dude, I think what it is like I got so used to how we get things done on PC, and to see Microsoft instill that kind of optimizations into their console, and then you go to the console and you're getting similar, situations taking place, and then you look at the Sony stuff, and it's like, what the fuck?
What went wrong? like what went wrong along
what
the
happened?
way?
Yeah, who dropped the fucking ball at Sony this time?
Well, I'll tell you this, and I'm going to say this in the show, and I'm going to keep to this. I am probably not buying a PS5. I will buy the next Xbox, and I will continue my journey on an Xbox because it just works. And a lot of people today were so upset at me getting rid of my PlayStation, and I turned around and I said, you want to know one? I said one topic. Xbox just works. I press the button, it goes, put the disc in, it works, and I don't have to worry about a jet engine. I don't have to worry about loud noises or ticking noises or the plastic cracking because it heats up so hard. It just works. And that's the plain fact.
Don't you know, because it was the number one seller, that means like your argument's invalid?
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus.
But I heard Pete was going to get a PS5, right, Pete? Like, you're totally down?
Oh, I'm down with them, just not to buy them.
Right?
Like, I'm PC, man.
Dude, I know Lone's all about the console life too, right? PS5 for life, right, Lone?
Xbox.
I'm just happy they're going with Ryzen Navi for the new ones.
Same.
That'll be sweet.
And I'm getting a copy of Call of Duty Modern Warfare on Xbox as well, so it's great. And a lot of my games are going to be on Xbox. I love PC, but I just want that turn my controller on and go.
Bro, the only time, like, I'm getting to that point now that the only games I'll be buying on PC are the games that I know for a fact work.
Yep. With
my particular hardware configuration, because there are just so many games that people have had good luck with on that platform that my system hates. So it's like,
well, Call of Duty's one of them.
I need to be more particular in what I buy.
Well, Call of Duty's one of them. You know how many? I have a few friends. Oh, it just works for me. Black Ops 4 just works just fine. All right, it's built up in your own fucking mind, and I'm like, no, it ain't. When you see lag on a screen every 10 seconds, there's a problem. When my graphics card like does a hard death. Black screen of hard death. And I have to physically go over and hold the button, right? And turn it off. Your game is broken. It is not all in my mind. And that's why Call of Duty will be on console from here on out. I will not subject myself no more to the bullshit. No more of it. Now, Battlefield, whole different ballgame. Battlefield, you know what? It just works. And they have dedicated servers, so there you go. And you can rent your own servers, which I want to do one day. Just say I did it. Rent my servers, have all my friends go over to it, and fuck.
You can make your own servers for free. You know that, right?
Yeah. But, I just want the inconvenience like we talk about vapes and coils. I don't want to go through all I don't want to go and spend loads of money.
Come on, man. Go blow your money on a NAS server. Let's do this.
Fine. I'll go buy an Epic server. As long as you're chipping in at $3,000 with me, we'll both do it.
Fuck it, man. I'll get my old. I've got my old pile driver, dude. That thing will work perfect.
Fine. We'll just put some pile drivers on the pile drivers. And then we'll put some kerosene and some lawnmowers on top of that, and it'll just work out.
That'll be good, bro. Got my 8320. I can get that bitch up to like 4.9 gigahertz.
So how much lawn can you cut with that? I'm just kidding. Anyway.
Tell you what, it'll heat the room.
So one last topic for the night. We are actually on time today. Like, we're actually hitting the right times. We're actually at an hour and 45 minutes.
All right.
We're actually doing a pretty good job. We did almost 3 hours last episode last week, which was great because we did cover a lot of things and we were very passionate. This one I've seen everybody talk about because Louis Rossman's covered it. Lou from Unboxing has covered it. MKHD's covered it. Linus has covered it. Headphone jacks on a phone, especially on the new Note 10. Everybody's flipping their shit. Now, here's my opinion on it, though. It's business. People, I've had this conversation with Brimstone yesterday, and I said, people want phones to be smaller and smaller and smaller and have built-in. They don't want to compromise on anything. They want the same quality what a big fat boy phone has. Here's the thing with that is, when you start asking for smaller, they're going to cut things out of phones to make that portability happen. And I'm tired of the foldable phones. Please stop. The idea of foldable phones is stupid. Stop it.
Yeah, unless it's paper thin, it's just not going to work.
Like Samsung trying to bring back the Galaxy Fold out from the grave is just egregious. And what is it?
Let it die, Samsung.
Huawei's trying to do it. They're now permanently delaying it because they can't get it right. On a tablet, I don't mind it. A foldable tablet, I wouldn't mind because it's portable and it's less in your bag. I get that. As far as phones and headphone jacks, it's big business. Bluetooth technology, they want to sell you on Bluetooth and they want to make more money off of you.
I just think it's hilarious that they pulled all their ads blasting Apple for doing it.
Yep. Aren't they the hypocrites? And you know what? They use
it's like they should have known back then that they were going to be doing the same thing in a couple of years. It's like, what, you guys don't have a 5-year plan?
Well, what's funny about that is what is it? Samsung said the same thing Apple did. It took courage to do it. The same bullshit that Apple said.
Yeah, it took courage, all right, because you had an ad out.
I know me and Brimstone have been on and on about this topic for the last 2 days because we get to see it all over YouTube and Twitter and whatnot. It's been a big trending topic.
Dude, it's on our favorite platform, dude. Like, I love YouTube when it comes to watching stuff, dude. Yeah, like you see all that shit, and it's like it's invigorating because it's the same story circulating. Company comes up with an idea, the customers and the reviewers are uproaring about it. Then later down the line, they find out they were supporting it. It's all the same bullshit, bro. That's all it is. It's the same bullshit.
Well, everybody wants phones to be smaller. That's the thing. Think about it. All these phones are getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and you have to make compromises.
Okay, so where's the love for the company that donated their micro tablet phone to Lou to unbox the little tiny.
Yeah, I remember that.
phone.
We were talking about that. Yeah.
Where the fuck's the love to that company then? If that's what they want, I had a headphone jack. They could have just went and bought that.
Look at Motorola. Motorola is supporting on their lower end phones or their entry level stuff that is high end technically, a earphone jack. Redmi's still doing it. But if you're going on the high end spectrum, because they gotta compromise on, they gotta put that, because people were bitching. Hey, we gotta have a fingerprint reader on the goddamn phone. Fuck Face ID because our government could be spying on us. But hey, we still need that fingerprint reader because Apple has Face ID. Well, fuck that shit. We need to have fingerprint readers in our phone. Guess what? You got it within the screen like you wanted it, but it takes up so much space on the phone. Because I've seen a teardown of the Note 10 now. It takes up so much space, there's no room for an earphone jack at all. Headphone jack, I should say. There's no room. Where are they going to put it? So you have to make that compromise. You want a big battery? It's going to take up a lot of space. You want thousands of hours on your phone? It's going to take up space. I just don't understand what people are expecting. And Bluetooth does not sound that bad. Really.
No, Bluetooth is great for a phone.
It's almost like it was meant to be.
Well, you were talking to me, Brimstone, about it a little bit yesterday, how you felt about these phones and, our standpoint on phones, that the hate with Apple is a little egregious to me. We were both saying it, like we enjoy our iPhones and all platforms are equally just as bad. We're not saying Apple's king at anything. Like I said, Apple's not a saint. But all phones are just as equally as bad. You look at Google, for instance. Yeah. Google's going away from Android and coming out with Fuchsia because they're panicking because they don't have a tablet market. So they have to make new software because they can't figure out how to make the tablet OS work with Android. They can't get it right. They can't figure it out. Which is sad. And all that.
Fun times.
Right.
Best timeline ever.
Any more opinions on this topic?
No, I think I'm good.
R&D department.
Do what?
So they need a better R&D department if they want to excel with their tablets.
Well, Louis, and I want to say this too. Louis Rossman, I love him to pieces. I think what he's doing at the Apple Store thing is kind of, I agree with Brimstone, it's a little bit hilarious. Not going to lie. But to take that guy's opinion as like literally fact sometimes, that's like taking Gamers Nexus as fact. We all have different experiences. To those people that are kind of walking that walk saying, fuck Apple because they did the headphone jack the way they did. And you got to point the finger at all these companies because they all followed suit because they want you to buy Bluetooth technology. It's all bullshit and marketing. At the end of the day, you can't have your cake and eat it all at once. Just point that out. But phones are getting impressive, though. We're going to get 144 hertz panels on phones next year. Asus.
Does that mean like my porn is going to look amazing?
Oh, yeah, probably. Probably more refresh rate so you can see, whatever you're into, that butt jiggle more.
The money shot.
Money shot. Hey, man, 10 years ago when we had phones, man, we never thought they were going to be this powerful. I never thought in my lifetime we'd get to like 12 gigs of RAM on a phone.
Well, and you know what's crazy is like we're at that apex right now where like technology is moving really fast. Like faster than it was this time 20 years ago, 10 years ago. Like it is fucking, remember when the i7 first launch of i7, people were saying that's a 10-year processor, and they were right. I bought one.
Yeah, Moore's Law is in effect. Works. Moore's Law is in effect with that.
And you know what's crazy is like what's out now with Intel. Like, yeah, it's better, but when you put the price to performance towards their first generation, is it really worth it? Like,
right?
Because I could still stream and play games on my i7 920 with no problem. You know what I mean? Like,
well, speaking of things back in the day, look at what we had back in the day. We had Razr phones, Motorola flip phones, and we thought we were the shit, and we never thought they would get to
I had a Razr.
Yeah, those shit.
I think we all had a Razr, Pete. I think this whole see?
And mine didn't break.
Hey man, I came from a place where there was
Everybody I knew was fucking breaking theirs. The fucking
the ribbon cable that connected the fucking display to the top.
yeah, or the
shorting
hinge
out.
the hinge got super loose or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had mine for like 5 years or 6 years, and that thing was still fucking great.
How about the whole? Remember back in the day, the for pagers.
I never had a pager.
System.
You bring that up to somebody nowadays, they're just like, "What's a pager? What is that?" Guys, when your parents were wanting you home at a certain time, if they were so concerned, here's a pager. Put it on in your pocket, and if I call it, you better be home. That's how that worked.
Either you called, you're either home, or you better get your ass to the nearest payphone.
Yep.
Yeah.
And call them. Yes.
And payphone, Jesus.
And then early 90s.
Really dating us now, bruh.
Early 90s. Okay, remember the cell phone that had that big thing where you pulled up the antenna?
The brick.
Yeah,
I think everybody remembers the brick. And at one point, it had more radioactive properties in it than any other device on the market, and they still were allowed to sell it. I'm like, man, really? Like, people were going bald because of this shit. And they were just, keep pumping them out. Hey, guys, there's no regulations on this shit here. Go, take it. And they were expensive.
You remember when, what was it, back in the day, when they came out with the, oh my God, the BlackBerry. When they first came out with me and you reminiscence on this, the BlackBerry black and white. Remember when we didn't have touchscreens and we had the scroll wheel on the side? And then it would turn different colors when people would text you, call you, and we thought we were all the shit for having it. We were all in the rage for having it. Nowadays, kids would look at us like, what the hell? You're old.
I also remember if you tried to scroll that shit with wet fingers, you fucked it.
Yes, you did.
You had to wait till it dried off before you could use it again. Yeah, that was a pain.
And then we got those Motorola, or not the Motorola. We got those Windows. Windows. Before the Windows Phone, and they were what was it? Microsoft phones with the the tilt and all that with the first ever stylus. And we thought we were the shit for having a touch capacitive screen with a stylus and a touch capacitive on the phone itself. Keyboard wise, man, phones have come around full 360 though. I remember when they first came out, when Apple, before they came out with the the iPhone, they had the Motorola iPhone where you plug in the earphones, and I had iTunes on it.
Oh yeah.
You want to wrap up the show, Brimstone?
Let's wrap it up. Thank you guys for watching. For those of you that stopped by, gave us a view, gave us a like, make sure to hit that like button even after, because I know a lot of our viewership comes after the fact. So make sure you hit that like button, share it on Twitter, tell your friends about us.
Oh Lord. Looks like you're taking a mug shot, man. Like, come check us out. Anyway, guys, make sure to check us out once again. We are working on audio for this. It will be coming soon. Me and Brimstone got a few things in the future that are happening, which is going to be cool. Check us
to an IMAX theater near you.
Oh my God! Make sure to check all of us out on Mixer. Gangster's still figuring it out. I'm gonna come out and check us out on Mixer. We're probably gonna be.
Oh fuck! By the time Gangster decides he's gonna actually do anything, we're all gonna be 65+ years old.
Oh my God!
Yeah, pretty much.
Geriatric fucks.
Don't talk like that.
We're gonna be like this. Hey, Brimstone, hand me the Viagra and the pens, man. I got fucking carpal tunnel and arthritis, bro. I can't play this control. I'm too slow.
That's definitely Peep, just so you know.
I'll never be too slow for games, man.
Hand me my bifocals because I need to have the Buddy Holly glasses that are so thick, because I can't see this shit.
Pretty much.
Anyway, guys, you guys all have a good night. We'll see you guys on the next show next week. Everybody is welcomed. Just hit us up, me and Brimstone, in any of our Discords, the Game Talks show.
Try to hit us up like a couple of days, maybe even a week ahead of time, so that way we could like slot you in.
And also, if you guys have articles as well, hit us up a week beforehand if you guys want an article discussed, talked about, whatnot, if you find interesting, because anything that helps the show is great. so we don't have to like, sit around for like 10 minutes looking for stuff or going over things. Anything helps. You guys are amazing. All the communities we're a part of, you guys are amazing. Anyway, guys, we'll see you next week. Take care, guys. Probably me and Brimstone are probably going to be streaming something on Mixer.
Yeah, I was thinking about you. I might stream some UFC tonight.
Right on. Anyway, guys, peace out. Talk to you later, and keep it gaming. Peace.